everyone, I'm Paige Cordova, and today we're going to talk about leveraging English language assets and building homeschool connections. Part of an asset-based approach to working with English language learners is recognizing the cultural and linguistic resources they possess. The asset-based approach constructs with the deficit-based model that one dominated how many viewed English learners. As educators, we can help close the inequality gap faced by our diverse student population by exhibiting asset-based behaviors and expectations, focusing on the viewing cultural and linguistic deficits as assets and not deficits. Now we're going to talk about the cultural responsive teaching. Cultural influences play a significant role in teaching and learning. Culture shapes how students view the world, interact with others, and make meaningful new ways of learning new information. Everything from communication styles to concepts of authenticity or authority, cooperation, and time can be influenced by culture. When teachers are culturally responsive, we recognize and respect these differences as valuable perspectives that can enrich the learning experiences of all students. Cultural competency is the ability to understand, appreciate, and interact effectively with people from diverse cultures. In the instruction of ELS, this means being aware of one's own cultural lens while adapting teaching practices to meet their needs and the linguistical and cultural needs, which was stated in an article by Gray 2018. Teachers who demonstrate cultural competency create inclusive environments where ELS feels seen, respected, and capable of success. One way to integrate ELS cultural values and beliefs into instruction is by including text samples and classroom discussions that reflect students' cultural background. For example, when teaching narrative writing, you can invite students to share stories from their own cultural traditions. In doing so, we affirm their identities and making learning personally meaningful. Culture also plays a vital role in student learning when students' home culture aligns with school culture. Learning tends to occur more naturally. However, when there is a mismatch, EL students may struggle to navigate unfamiliar expectations. That's why the classroom environment must be intentionally inclusive by displaying multilingual signage, representing diverse cultures in classroom materials, and setting up collaborative activities where all voices are valued. Such steps promote belonging and language acquisition, which was stated by Akchiva, Voigt, and Short in the 2017 article. To support and celebrate cultural diversity, we can use strategies such as cultural relevant literature and multilingual sources, peer collaboration that pairs EL with supportive peers in both language and academic tasks, student choice in projects that allow personal and cultural expression, home language integration such as allowing bilingual responses and incorporating family interviews, leveraging the home language as assets support literacy, transfer, and affirm students' identities. When ELs see their language as a bridge and not a barrier, they gain confidence and ownership of their language and learning, which was stated by Gay 2018. Supporting the needs of ELs in the classroom. Strategies for responsiveness to EL strengths, needs, identities, including students with special needs, are essential. Differentiating learning and scaffolding are key. Using vital supports, sentence frames, and modeling helps make this comprehensible. It's also important to allow multiple modes of expression such as drawing, speaking, acting out ideas, so that students can demonstrate and understand even before achieving their English full fluency. For ELs with disabilities, collaboration between ESL and special ed teachers ensure that supports are aligned and individualized. Providing speech to text tools or visual organizations can make content more accessible. Addressing the social and emotional needs of ELs is equally essential. Many may experience cultural shock, isolation, or anxiety related to language barriers. Building relationships through morning meeting, buddy systems, and affirmation routines can make them feel included and secure. When we understand the social, emotional, and cultural needs of our students, it directly informs how we structure classroom routines. Simple things like greeting students by their name in their home language, celebrating cultural holidays, and ensuring classroom rules are discussed and modeled visually help EL understand expectations while feeling respected. Establishing predictable routines also prevents students who are still developing English proficiency by structure and security. Home and school connections. Families and communities practices, often referred to as funds of knowledge, influence learning. Funds of knowledge are the skills, traditions, and expertise that families develop in their everyday lives. Things like storytelling, cooking, craftsmanship, and community leadership. When teachers tap into these funds of knowledge, we connect classroom content to real world experiences that have cultural significance for students, which was stated by Mall, Antony, Neff, and Gonzalez in the 1992 article. For example, a math teacher may connect language lessons on measurements to families' cooking traditions, or science units could explore agricultural practices common in students' home countries. These connections help ELs see their background knowledge in valuable academic capitals. To build and foster strong family, community, and school partnership, communication is key. We can use multilingual newsletters, develop digital translation tools, and bilingual family liaisons to help all families have access to information. Hosting family literacy nights, cultural celebrations, and workshops can help support the bilingual development and bridges of trust and collaboration. Effective family engagement practices that we could include: inviting families to share stories, songs, and artifacts from their culture, conducting home visits or virtual meetings, providing clear translated communication about the expectations, offering workshops that empower parents to support literacy in both languages. Inclusive community engagement may involve partnering with cultural organizations, local businesses, or faith communities to celebrate students' heritage and expand cultural representation in school activities. When families feel valued as partners, students thrive academically, socially, and emotionally. Strong family engagement reflects on asset-based mindset, recognizing that every family has something meaningful to contribute to their learning environment or community, as Gray stated in his 2018 article. Now, to summarize everything, adapting an asset-based approach means shifting our focus from the EL's lack to what they do bring. By fostering cultural competence, building inclusive environments, differentiating instruction, and engaging families, we empower students to succeed academically while honoring their unique identities. As educators, we are not just teaching English, we're nurturing confident, bilingual learners who enrich our classrooms and communities.